Today on the channel, I command you to watch this unboxing with the Target Gold Label Commander Steel DC McFarlane toys.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC McFarlane DC Multiverse unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a DC McFarlane Gold Label unboxing in one Commander Steel. But for all your Commander Steel needs, right now, Target. But for everything else McFarlane and everything else under the sun, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And Commander Steel, never even heard of this guy. Don't even know who he is. That's what I love about a lot of DC figures from McFarlane Toys. It gives me the late 80s, early 90s Toy Biz feel in my adulthood here. Because as a kid, I knew the heavy hitters from Marvel, but there were so many deep cut characters that you learned about through the file cards, trading cards, things like that in the Toy Biz line. Now, all these years later, I know all the heavy hitters in DC universe, but there's some of these ones from McFarlane. We're getting action figures, helping me learn about these characters, growing my knowledge of the DC multiverse. So a lot of fun in more ways than one with a lot of these DC figures. But we're going to dive into old Commander Steel at your Target stores right now. I was absolutely shocked. I was floored. I fell to my knees that old Todd, formerly on the couch, paid money apparently to Target to put an ad in Target to promote Commander Steel in their weekly ad. I was shocked. That's an expensive ad, especially for a Commander Steel, which fairly easy to get right now as I film this, but it's not like every store is swimming in them. So if people are flipping through that weekly ad, oh my gosh, it's Commander Steel, and you got 50 people going to this Target, they're going to be out of luck with the Commander Steel figure for sure. But not a lot of Commander Steel. You got the figure, it looks like the stand and the file card. Is that it? A couple extra hands. He's getting awfully handsy. Watch out for that Commander Steel. DC Multiverse, of course, Commander Steel at the bottom. Gold label, Target, 22 points articulation. 12 and up. See, that's what happens when Mark Summers isn't on the couch. I get confused. 12 and up on this one right here. Commander Steel from the JSA DC Multiverse. Nothing too fun over here. Then just a big old shiny glamour shot on the back right there. So there it is. Let's get old Commander Steel. Let's command the streets with Commander Steel. How about you get him out of the package? The old see you later. Goodbye. All right. And get this card out. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. Right off the top of the camera. Get this bad boy. Maybe. There we go. See you later. Goodbye. DC McFarlane stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again. Let's see what it says about Commander Steel here. Henry Hank Haywood III. I actually knew Henry Hank Haywood II. Actually was a few years ahead of me in high school. Salt of the earth individual. Henry Haywood III took over the legacy of his grandfather, the first Commander Steel, because the second one, Henry II, I believe he was a shop mechanic at the local Grease Monkey. Yes, that's true, the local Grease Monkey. The first Commander Steel, after the old man saved his grandson's alien body with steel enhancements like his own. The metal gave Haywood superhuman strength, speed, and durability, and he joined the Justice League Detroit. The Detroit chapter of the Justice League. It's a lot like the Detroit chapter of the Black Label Society, I guess. I don't know how deep it is. I think Alonzo, of course, our good friend Stalker on harmonica, part of that Justice League Detroit. And of course, good friend of the channel, Jeff George, I think playing guitar over there in the Justice League Detroit. But who knew there was a Justice League Detroit? I wonder if there's a Justice League Omaha. Who's in that one? Who is it? I want to know. But wild times in the Justice League department in this day and age, apparently. Every town gets a Justice League. I guess they need one. You need a hero in every town and a villain, because you can't have a hero without a villain, if you ask me. Little plastic prison right there. Let's see what this Commander's doing. So he's got a steel reinforced body. So that's got to be good. That's got to protect you from a good battle or something. I wonder who some of the villains of Detroit are. Is it that Les Gold in the Gold Pawn Store down there? Remember that show on like True TV back in the day? I always wanted to go there. I always liked that show too. You got that kid like Seth or something. It was like his son. It was Les, the owner. And then there was the girl, Ashley. How do I remember all this? How do I remember this? Ashley, she was working there as well. I think they were on 8 Mile, and I think you're not supposed to go to 8 Mile unless you want some shenanigans or some trouble. I'm sure it was taught all about in that Eminem movie. Wasn't it called 8 Mile, I guess? I never saw that movie. I'm just not a rap guy, so that didn't interest me at all. Next time Jeff George is in town in a couple of weeks, I'll ask him. Because, true story, Jeff George, Eminem's guitarist back in the day on some of his early stuff. So, shout out to Jeff George, rocking and rolling on some rap with Eminem, I guess, is what he was doing back then. See you later, goodbye. All right, let's get down to this Commander Steel. An interesting looking guy here. So we get a splayed out hand and a fisted hand. We get the exact opposites right over here. And then we do get, hey, shooter. You get one of those kind of hands going on, and then you get a fully splayed out right here hand. So all the hands you could ever want for a Commander Steel, but no weapons, no shields, no nothing else. Just Commander Steel. But I will say this figure looks really good. Color-wise, I really like it. The red really pops. It's a nice, vibrant red. Then you get the blue against the red looking really nice. And then you get some of those silver accents throughout. Really a figure that pops pretty good here. I do like that mohawk across the top, looking like the Gladiator from the X-Men back in the day. Got the white eyes going on. That means he's up to no good, I'm sure, though, with those white eyes. Very stoic look on his face. Got a little earmuff covers over there as well. But a good-looking head. Actually, I'm surprised. I like this figure a lot more out of the package than I thought I would. This is one of those ones going to really pop off your Justice League Detroit shelf. Your Justice League Detroit shelf, he might be the only one on it, but I don't know. I wonder if the Justice League Detroit ever takes on the Great Lakes Avengers. Oh, two of the greatest teams of all time, of course. Squaring off, I can only imagine. Blue gloves going on, blue forearm covers, blue tighty-whities going on, blue boots. Red everywhere else outside of that. A little bit of an eagle with a star in the middle, giving you a little bit of Captain America vibes, or maybe a red, like an opposite world Captain America or something like that is what it could be too. Maybe like the Red Guardian or something. It could be like that, but really an all-right looking figure, all things considered. Arms all the way around. You got the butterfly shoulders, bicep cut, double-jointed pinned elbows, hands back and forth, side to side, head back and forth, side to side. Hula hoop plus traditional waist on this one. Those big old Commander Steel splits if you need them. Legs do go up. Double jointed pin knees. Ankles back and forth, up and down. And then you got that McFarlane toe articulation. You got to have that, as we do know. But man, I like this figure a whole lot more. Not a lot to it. I mean, it's a nice, colorful, vibrant figure. But as far as bells and whistles and things, not a lot going on. There's not a lot going on with Commander Steel. And I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he's just not a tip-top guy like the Flash, Batman, Hawkman, Superman, so forth and so forth. Is he a C or a D list hero at this time? I don't know. Who knows what he could be up to here. But really cool, and I do appreciate McFarlane Toys not just giving us Batman and Superman 24/7. They give us a lot of them, as we do know, but every once in a while, pretty consistent basis, we get guys like Commander Steel, and I do appreciate that. I truly do. At the end of the day. So there it is, Commander Steel. Be interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Did you pick it up at Target? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can, of course, head over to ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, pick up a t-shirt. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on the X. _Kyle_Peterson is where you're going to find me on Threads and on Instagram. So for Commander Steel and the Detroit Justice League, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.